Good afternoon, Bay Nation. Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Bay. I'm your host, Mike Williams, and here's my co-host, Jeffrey.
Good afternoon, Bay Nation.
Today we are going to be going over the Thursday night matchup, the Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals. Let's get right into it. Jeffrey, give me the rundown.
The Arizona Cardinals are traveling to Seattle to face the Seahawks. The spread is -3.5 Seahawks. The weather in Seattle could be a problem. My satellites show that there will be rain and lightning. The winds are going to be low, so it should not affect the passing game. There are two major injuries to discuss. For the Seahawks, according to Adam Schefter, running back Chris Carson is unlikely to play in this matchup. Wide receiver Tyler Lockett is questionable, but, according to head coach Pete Carroll, he will play.
Yes, solid. Disappointing that Chris Carson may not play, but happy that Tyler Lockett looks like he's going to go. All right, let's get this started. Like Jeffrey said, Seattle's the home team, so let's start with them. You're starting Russell Wilson. Yes, he has not been playing as his normal MVP self, but last time these two teams played, it was a barn burner. You obviously start Russell Wilson. Next, moving on to the wide receiver position. I love DK Metcalf, but not a great matchup against Patrick Peterson. I don't think Patrick Peterson's going to lock him down per se, though last time they played earlier this year, DK Metcalf didn't have a great game. He had a long touchdown brought back. But I do think that he should have a solid game. Not as bad as last week, but I don't think that he has the same upside that he normally has. Unless Tyler Lockett is out, then I think he'll be targeted more. But moving on. Tyler Lockett. If Tyler Lockett plays, you fire him up. He's a beast. He's always a threat downfield. And the fact that it's raining, I think it gives him more of an opportunity of possibly catching somebody off guard. So I definitely think you fire him up if he plays. If he does not play, David Moore is a solid fill-in. If you are desperate at wide receiver, I think that David Moore could be a solid fill-in, assuming that Tyler Lockett misses. Next, we have the running back position. Chris Carson is unlikely to play this game, according to Adam Schefter, and everybody knows you trust Adam Schefter. So, assuming that he's out, Carlos Hyde is going to play, so I think you would fire him up. I believe that they're going to go back to giving the running back the rock. Russell Wilson's been making a couple mistakes here and there. Nobody's perfect, but he has had to shoulder a lot of the load so far this year. So I do think that they go back to running it a little bit more. Next, going to tight end, no thank you. Defense, no. Kicker, no. All right, moving on to the Arizona Cardinals. You're going to start the normal suspects. Kyler Murray is starting for you. DeAndre Hopkins is starting for you. And I also think that you can start Christian Kirk at a flex play. He's been very good recently, and I think that he's a nice downfield threat. Next, moving on to the running back position, Kenyon Drake is back, and he looks pretty good. So I think you can fire him up as well as a running back too. Chase Edmonds, I also think you could play him. More of a flex play, though. That being said, I do think he's going to be involved in a passing game, so that should be pretty solid for him. Moving to the tight end position, no thank you. Defense, no. Kicker, no. All right. Actually, if you really want to play the kicker, you can. I think there'll be a lot of scoring in this game. Should be a lot of back and forth, but it's up to you. Next, time to pick this game. Seattle Seahawks are 3.5-point favorites. Now, I do think that Seattle does win this game, but I'm going to have to go with Arizona. I think this game should be pretty close. Should be a back and forth fight. But I think that Arizona can keep it within striking distance. Means I don't think they lose by more than a field goal. I think that's going to do it for this one. If you have any players in this matchup, do not forget, take them out of your flex position. Put them in the wide receiver or running back position. Trust me, you will enjoy the flexibility if something happens, especially in these crazy COVID times. Also, your waiver wire has already run, so go see who was dropped. At this point in the year, people are dropping a lot of players that they may not need, but maybe you do. So go check out to see who's on your waiver wire. All right, I think that's going to do it. Good luck in this matchup this week. Peace.